In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to navigate Coda so you can master the interface, find your documents quickly, and keep your workspace organized from day one. Coda is a powerful all-in-one document tool that blends the flexibility of a word processor with the structure of a spreadsheet and the logic of a database. And getting comfortable moving around it is the first step to unlocking its full potential. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. To begin, open your preferred web browser and head over to coda.io. You'll be greeted by the sign-in screen where you can log into your Coda account using whichever method suits you best, whether that's Google, Microsoft, Apple, or an email address. There's no right or wrong way here, just pick the one you already use and Coda will remember you for next time. Once you're signed in, you'll land on what's called the Coda homepage. Before you dive into creating or opening anything, take just a minute to pause and look around this screen. This is your command center, and getting familiar with its layout now will save you a lot of hunting later. As you look at the left side of the screen, you'll notice the main sidebar. This is one of the most important parts of the interface. At the top, you'll see your workspace. Think of your workspace as the top-level container for all of your documents and folders. It's effectively your home base. If you're working within a team, you might have access to multiple workspaces, but for most people starting out, there will be just one. Below your workspace, you'll find your folders. Folders are exactly what they sound like. They let you group related documents together so your workspace stays clean and easy to scan. For example, you might create a folder for marketing projects and another for product roadmaps, making it simple to jump between different areas of work without scrolling through a long list of titles. Now shift your attention to the center of the screen. This is where the real navigation happens, and it's laid out as a series of clickable categories. At the very top, you'll see Recent. Clicking this shows you all the documents you've opened or edited most recently, which is perfect for picking up right where you left off without having to remember where you saved something. Right below Recent, there's My Shortcuts. This section is a bit like bookmarking your most important docs, maybe a weekly meeting template or a project tracker you use every day. Adding a document to your shortcuts is a great habit because it saves you time whenever you're in a hurry. Next, click on Owned by Me. This filters the view to show only the documents you have created or that you are the owner of within your workspace. It's incredibly helpful when you're managing your own personal projects and don't want to be distracted by team docs or shared files. After that, you'll find Shared with Me. This section is where you'll see all the documents that other people have shared with you. If you're collaborating with colleagues or clients, this is where their invitations and shared files will appear. It's a good idea to check this area regularly so you don't miss any important updates or requests. Further down, there's Mentioned. This is a particularly smart feature. Clicking it shows you documents where someone has tagged you with an @mention. If you've ever been buried in notifications, you'll appreciate how this cuts through the noise by surfacing only the docs that need your direct attention. Finally, you'll see Deleted. This isn't just a trash bin, it's a safety net. If you accidentally remove a document, you can come here, review it, and restore it before it's permanently wiped. Just keep in mind that documents in this section will eventually be purged, so don't wait too long if you realize you need something back. Before you move on, I encourage you to spend a few minutes clicking through each of these navigation categories: Recent, My Shortcuts, Owned by Me, Shared with Me, Mentioned, and Deleted, just to see how the center panel changes. There's no better way to learn than by doing, and since nothing is permanent here, you can explore freely without fear of breaking anything. The more you click around, the more intuitive it becomes, and soon you'll be bouncing between your docs in seconds. Now, let me leave you with a few practical tips that will help you make the most of this navigation system. First, use folders to categorize your documents into logical groups. This keeps your workspace tidy and makes it easy to find projects when you need them. Second, get into the habit of adding your most frequently used documents to My Shortcuts, because that one click can save you from digging through multiple layers every single day. Third, keep an eye on the Recent section to quickly reopen your latest work, especially if you tend to switch between tasks often. And finally, make it a routine to check the Shared with Me and Mentioned sections regularly, so you never fall behind on collaborative projects or miss a request from a teammate. You've now learned how to navigate Coda from your sign-in to each major section of the interface. Understanding this layout will save you time, reduce frustration, and help you stay organized as your workspace grows. For your next steps, try creating a new doc and then use what you've covered here to save it to a folder and add it to your shortcuts. Thanks for watching, and if you ever need a refresher, feel free to come back to this video or save it for later. See you in the next one.